Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. We are currently sitting in a really long Dunkin' Donuts line, so I thought I would just go ahead and start the video here since we're just sitting in this line. I was gonna wait until I got back home, but we just went to go pick up our groceries. We are out of everything. We don't have any milk or bread or eggs or anything, so we had to get groceries today. I had to get cereal and just all the things, so we are gonna be stocked up on some groceries today. But anyways, the point of this video is I'm gonna be sharing my mom car tour with you guys. I'm gonna show you guys what vehicle we ended up getting, and I'm also gonna be sharing kind of like a few kind of like befores of my other car and the difference that this vehicle is making for our family. We are so grateful to have this vehicle, but this car is the 2017 Chrysler Pacifica, and I had a 2005 Chrysler Pacifica, so I'm going from the 05 Pacifica to the 2017 Pacifica. So that's one of the reasons I wanted to show you guys all of the upgrades that we got, and I'm just really over the moon, just grateful. And this is the nicest car I've ever had in my entire life. I've never had a newer car. This car is only 4 years old, and it's so perfect for our family. When baby Jackson gets here, we're all gonna fit in here so comfortably. The biggest concern I had with my 05 Pacifica is the stroller not fitting in the back. I'll show you guys what my old trunk space used to look like. There was like no room. I couldn't even fit a stroller back there. When we got groceries, I had to lay down both of the back seats in order to fit all of our groceries. And in this car, they loaded up all of my groceries. Sorry, we're inching up a little. In this car, they fit all of my groceries in the back, and I didn't even have to lay any seats down, and I got like a $300 monthly grocery order. But as soon as we get back home, I'm gonna unload the groceries. I'm gonna have Bella and Nolan go in and lay down for some quiet time and watch a movie so I can head out into the driveway and show you guys our new car. And I'm so excited to share it with y'all. I'm so excited. And here's just a quick overview of how Bella and Nolan fit in here. We're gonna have Adeline sitting back there in the third row, and when Jackson gets here, he's gonna be sitting where Arabella's sitting, and Bella and Addie will be in the third row. I'm still gonna have to go back there in the third row to buckle and unbuckle Bella because she can do the harness, but she can't do the bottom. It's just really hard for her to get undone and to buckle up. So all of this space right here is such an upgrade from my 05 Pacifica to get back there in the third row. I'm gonna show you guys what I was dealing with my 05 Pacifica and how much more space we have here in this car. Okay, so this line is absolutely ridiculous. We've been sitting in this line for a really long time and we're barely moving. But anyways, so a little bit of a backstory. So my 05 Chrysler Pacifica broke down on the side of the road with the kids and I. We were actually coming home from Hobby Lobby, and it started jerking really hard and it would not accelerate. So I turned on my flashers and we pulled over on the side of the road, and then I sat there for a few minutes contemplating if I needed to call someone or who I was gonna call, because I'm not sure if my husband, it could fit us all on his truck. So I ended up just cranking it back up, and it ended up cranking up, and it ended up getting us back home because we were thankfully only like 5 minutes from where we live. So we did get back home that day, but after that my car was just ticking really loud and making awful sounds in the engine, and I couldn't drive it. So it's currently, or it was yesterday, currently jacked up on like a jack in the front yard where Eric was underneath it, taking parts off of it, trying to fix it. Just a little bit of a backstory. That's what's going on with my 05 Pacifica. It just completely broke down. My husband's truck was going out and we're about to have a baby. He's due in just a few weeks now. His due date's November the 5th, so just a few weeks to go. So we had to have a car, and we just thought that it was time to get us a nice, reliable family car. It has full coverage, so if it were to break down or we get in a wreck or anything, then I will be able to get a rental car. So we're not going to go without a car. So it's just a huge blessing that I am so grateful for, you guys. It was just time for us to get a nice vehicle. We've never had a vehicle that had payments on it. We've never had a newer vehicle like this, so I just think it's time with our growing family that we get one. We're gonna sit here forever in this line and wait for our food. I just got us some lunch, and I got a frozen vanilla coffee. I got the kids some donuts. I got like a box of the munchkins. They love to get those. And I'm wearing my jean jacket today because I want it to be fall, but it says it's 79 degrees out and the high today is like 81 degrees. So, but I'm wearing my jean jacket because it's cute with this dress, and I want it to be fall, and I am ready for the cooler weather. So let me know down in the comments if you guys are ready for some cooler weather for the fall time. It usually doesn't really cool off until like October here. There's Nolan.
Hey.
I got a bacon, egg, and cheese croissant from Dunkin' Donuts. I always get that. And then I got a vanilla frozen coffee. I always get that too. And then I got the kids some food. They're back there eating in the car. And then we also got some munchkins. I love the blue lights on this car. I think it is so pretty. And then right here, of course, I have all of my dials, all of my, this controls all of this stuff that's going on up here. And then behind the steering wheel on both sides, I can control the radio. And then I also have this touch screen here. It tells me the time, and I can like click the radio stations to change the radio stations. You can hook your phone up to it and listen to like Pandora through the radio and all that, which I absolutely love. To crank up the car, I just have to have my key fob with me, and then I put my foot on the brake and I just push this button to start it. And then instead of like a handle to put it in reverse and drive, I have this knob. I just twist it to reverse. I put my foot on the brake and I can twist it to drive or park or reverse. This is my volume to my radio, our air conditioner. There's all kinds of buttons on here. This is where I can plug in my phone. There's like this whole extra compartment here that I have no idea what I'm going to use it for. But there's so much storage in this car, and they did detail it whenever we first got it, but we've been riding around in it, so it is getting a little dirty already. But I have 4 cup holders right here in the front. This is where I typically will just like set my phone down. My keys are usually in my purse. I've just got my coffee with me while I'm out here. I've got a storage compartment down there. And I love this mirror here. This is so I can see the kids in the back. So it's a very great mom-friendly type car. So I just push this, and I usually just leave it open, but I can see all of the kids back there in this like little mirror. This is where I keep my sunglasses. And then I can push this button to open up both sides of the van doors. And this opens up my trunk. So I really love that. And as you can see, it has the black interior, and then it has like the beige doors. So I love the contrast that the car gives. There's so much room over here. Eric can actually lean his seat back a little bit and relax and recline a little bit, so I'm loving all the space. And then back here, as I said, they detailed the car, but it's gotten a little bit dirty since we've all been riding around in it. But this is how much space I have in the back, and I'm going to compare it with my 05 Pacifica. This is again the 2017 Pacifica, and it is so much more roomier and spacious. So this is what the back looks like. To open up my back doors, I just push this button, or I can push the button up there and it just opens up the door. And whenever I want to close it, there's another button here to push. So Bella and Nolan love to push this to open up the door themselves, and then they'll push this to close it. So they really love to do that. But there's so much more room back here than the 05 Pacifica. There's plenty of room for me to crawl in right here, and to crawl in right there, and that's where Bella's going to be sitting, either on that side or the other side. But there's plenty of room for me to crawl back there and buckle her in. So that's Bella's seat. This is Nolan's seat, but that's going to be Jackson's seat, and then that's going to be Bella's seat and Addie's seat. And we literally just went to Dunkin', so excuse the trash already accumulating in my car. And I love this door. It has a sensor, so if I push this button and one of the kids are in the way, then it will stop and it will back up, so it won't like close onto one of the kids or close their fingers in the door. It will stop and back up. I'm trying to show y'all this car tour, and there is this big gigantic fly. I guess it's a horse fly on my window on the door blocking me. Excuse me, sir. Maybe he'll fly away. No, he's hanging on for dear life. Lord. So this is what it looks like with the van door open. And the kids can just climb in here and get in their seats. And then I'll get in here to show you guys what the third row looks like. Super, super roomy. Ignore all of the dirt. Black picks up anything, like everything. So it actually looks worse on camera than what it actually is. But this is the third row. Super, super spacious. And the kids all have a light and a vent over their heads. So there's a vent on that side, and there's a light and a vent on this side, as well as here, and then over my head right now. So they have just like a little air vent and a light. And I also have a control right here, so I can control if they want their air on high or low, if they want the fan to blow harder or softer. So I have this control for the kids in the back, which I absolutely love that this fan is in the ceiling, because it's gonna be blowing down on Jackson's car seat rather than having like the floor vent. My 05 Pacifica, the air vent was right here. So this way the baby will be able to have air blowing right on top, or heat blowing right on top of baby. So this is what it looks like with the back hatch open. There's so much more room in here, you guys. I absolutely love how deep the trunk space is. So whenever I just picked up my groceries, I did not even have to lay the seats down. In my 05 Pacifica, I had to lay down both of the back seats, and the trunk space was so tiny that I'm gonna be comparing it so you guys can see the difference. But this trunk space, as you guys can see, dips down really low. This is onion shavings from where I just got groceries, and they didn't put my onions in a bag. Lovely. But I have storage compartments here, which I love that I can put some stuff right there if I need to. I just left the waters in here for whenever Eric gets home, because they're kind of heavy and I've been having contractions, so I'm just not gonna risk that. But these seats are actually stow and go. All this whole third row and those two middle seats will actually not only fold down but go inside the car, like down here like this. How it dips down, the seats can actually go down in there, and then this can all be flat if I ever needed to like get a dresser or any kind of furniture, if I needed to lay all the seats down for some reason. So that's really awesome. But y'all, I'm excited about this trunk space because I have to get a double stroller for Jackson and Nolan whenever if we go to like go do anything, or if I'm solo out by myself and I need the stroller. So the stroller, I have no doubt that it's gonna fit right down in here, and I can still stack up all my groceries on top. And the last feature that I wanted to share with you guys about this car is that whenever I put it in reverse, I actually have a backup camera, so I can see behind me. That's our driveway, so I don't even have to like worry about the blind spots of this van and looking behind me. So I can see everything behind me, so whenever I go to back up, it's all in view. And to cut it off, I just put it in park and push the button. And to lock and unlock my door, I just have my key fob with me, and I can just push this and it'll lock the doors or unlock the doors. So I really, really love that feature as well. And it also has the option for a key. So this is the 05 Pacifica. This is what we just upgraded from. And this car has really, really done us well for our family, but we have outgrown it with Jackson coming on the way very soon. So this car was the perfect size for us whenever I just had 3 kids before we were expecting Jackson and needing a double stroller. This car, I have no complaints of this car other than we have just outgrown it. But this is what the inside of the 05 Pacifica looks like. I still have the button up here to open up the back hatch and a sunglasses holder. And then the seats are filthy from the car seats where we just took the car seats out. But we have this big console hump right here in the back, and as you can see, the ceiling is a lot lower than in the van. The third row, 2 seats are put down because that's the way I have to get groceries, but it's super, super tiny. And as you can see, trying to squeeze back through there, that tiny hole right there over the console is super hard, because I'm gonna have to be getting back there to buckle up Bella in the third row. So that was just one of the issues is not being able to get in the third row easily to buckle and unbuckle Arabella. And I'm about to show you guys my trunk space with the seats pulled up back there. The trunk space back there, I was worried about a double stroller fitting since we will be needing a double stroller with Nolan since he has 2. And of course the baby. So I have this mama bear sticker, which I think is so cute, on the back of my car, but my new car has Grace Winds, which I really love. So this is what the inside of the third row looks like. As you can see, it's much smaller than the van. The trunk space is literally this right here is the trunk space. I'm about to pull up the 2 rear seats so that you can see. Also, this is the roof of the car, which goes right here because we cannot figure out where water's coming in at, but if we had to move Arabella back here, and every time it rains, water drips in and it would be dripping on her head, so that was an issue. Okay, so this is the third row, and as you can see, it's much smaller than the space that we have in the van. And like I said, you guys, we have not cleaned this car out yet since we've been driving around in it as a family, but you can clearly see that it's much smaller than the new car. But this is the trunk space that I was talking about. This is where I would be putting a double stroller and all of my groceries. And it's so tiny that I don't think the double stroller would fit back here. We had previously had a double stroller for Bella and Nolan, and it just would not fit back here without me laying this seat all the way down and putting the stroller that way. But then the wheels were still on Adeline. And being that this is going to be Adeline and Arabella in the third row now, that wasn't going to work. So the van was much needed for this space, for this upgrade for sure. Okay, so regarding my specific family and our specific needs, this 2017 Chrysler Pacifica is perfect for us. It is the perfect mom car for me, and it is a huge upgrade from the 2005 Chrysler Pacifica. And I'm not complaining about the 05 Pacifica. We were actually just going to keep that car, and we weren't gonna get another vehicle until it left me on the side of the road, and then we decided that it was time to just get us a reliable family vehicle so we don't have to worry about getting broke down on the side of the road. And the other issues that I had mentioned when I showed you guys the 05 Pacifica, the back third row has a loose seal somewhere. We cannot figure out where the water is coming in at, so it does leak, which can cause the inside of the car to mildew. And it would also be dripping on one of my kids' heads because someone has to sit there in that seat. So that was a huge deal because we couldn't fix it. Eric was super frustrated because he was trying to find where the water was coming in at, and he could not. So that's a big deal. It can be fixed. It can be fixed, but it wasn't good for our family. And as you guys could see, the third row is super tiny. There is the console in the middle, and the 2 seats in the center of the 05 is really close together, so it would be really hard for my husband and I to get into the third row to buckle and unbuckle Arabella back there. And we would just be all like sardines in that car, honestly, with all 4 of us, which I completely understand having to squeeze into vehicles. We've had to do it before. People have to do that. So that's why I'm telling you guys I'm so grateful, and I feel so blessed to have this mom car, and we were able to drive this car off the car lot and bring it home for our family. I am truly grateful, and I will never take it for granted. I will appreciate this car and take care of it. It's gonna be a good car for us. This is the vehicle we're gonna be bringing Jackson home from the hospital in, which is so exciting, y'all. He's due November the 5th, which is so close. I think it's like 7 weeks away from now, maybe sooner, approximately, and that's not long at all. So he's coming, y'all. He's coming, and we're gonna be working on the nursery this weekend, so I will have a nursery organization and reveal video coming very soon, so you guys can see what I did in this nursery and the way that I set it up. So I'm so excited to share all of that with you guys. So anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and end today's video here. Look out for my virtual YouTube baby shower for all of you guys, all of my best friends who sent me gifts off of my baby registry. I am forever grateful for you guys. I wanted to do a virtual YouTube baby shower because a lot of my subscribers had mentioned doing that. So I did make a registry for you guys to send me gifts for baby. So I think it'll be really fun. So my plan is to film the virtual baby shower in Jackson's nursery, maybe in front of his crib, and just kind of like show everything that you guys had sent to me and just do a little baby shower with you guys. And I also plan on premiering it at a time that you guys will be online so that we can all chat. Whenever I premiere a video, it is a live chat, so I'll be on there live chatting with you guys. So definitely let me know in the comments if like 1 o'clock Eastern time would work for you guys for a virtual baby shower. so that way that everyone can be online. I usually upload 10 a.m. Eastern time, but if I premiere the video, I'll probably do it a little later in the day. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give this video a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe for weekly motherhood and homemaking content, and I will see y'all in my next one. Bye.